Hello, baseball fans. Glad to be back talking baseball, the channel where we talk baseball, Blue Jays, fantasy, all those good things. If you haven't hit subscribe yet, please do so. Really appreciate your support. It's the only way I can grow, and I'm counting on you. So, for our first vlog back, I thought we could talk about the Toronto Blue Jays lineup. Is there anything that we need to be worried about? How are they doing compared to last year? Trade chips? Just a quick, real rundown. And really look forward to your comments below to see what you think. So let's get along with it. Let's just talk about the Blue Jays offense as a whole compared to the rest of Major League Baseball. And if you look at some of the stats there that I'm going to throw up, yep, I'm all about the numbers. I love the stats. You're going to see that the Jays are actually doing 6 in Major League Baseball right now for batting average. They're right up there. Nothing to worry about. A top 20% team. In fact, the only team that's actually higher in our division right now with a batting average is the Boston Red Sox, surprisingly, batting at 258. And you'll see the Yankees down there a bit and say, well, geez, why do the Yankees have such a good record? Well, that has a little bit more to do with pitching. We're going to get into that in the next vlog. But even in some of the other categories, against all the teams in Major League Baseball, American and National, the Jays are sitting 8th in on-base percentage, a little bit lower than last year. But still, one of the top teams in all of baseball. Only the Yanks in our division is higher. And if you look at slugging right now, the Jays are 3rd. But we always knew that the Jays were going to be able to hit. They got a slugging of 426. Again, the only team that has a higher slugging percentage than us in our division, well, it's those New York Yankees. And you could say, well, why is their average so low, but their slugging and their on-base percentage is so high? Well, that's getting into how they're looking at the plate, how they're taking walks, and more importantly, when they actually have runners on base, the Yankees are cashing them in. But we're not here to talk about the Yankees right now, but you got to give credit where credit's due. Got to love baseball. So the Jays are right up there, top 20% team in all of baseball, nothing to worry about in their offense. And in fact, as we get into each position, you're going to see that we have an opportunity to grow. And I suspect that we'll do so and go even higher and be a top 3 or 4 team in all of baseball for offense. So let's get into it and look at first base. Number 2 runner-up, MVP last year, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he's currently hitting 6 for his average right now, 280. On-base percentage is 364. So nothing really to worry about. But if you compare it against to what he actually did last season, where he hit 321 for an average, an impressive on-base percentage of 402, you can see he's down there almost half. And why? And I mean half a point, not half entirely, pardon me, be more specific. So is this something we need to worry about with Vladdy? I suspect not. It's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He is going to rebound. And I always say, if you have a first baseman who's giving you an average of 300, hitting over 300 bombs a year, you got nothing to complain about, and everything above that is just gravy. Is Vladdy's numbers going to go up? I suspect so, and there's nothing to worry about there. He may not put up the MVP number or the MVP race that we saw last year, but we don't need that every year. As I said, if he's hitting 300 with 30-plus home runs, we're doing great. One of the biggest surprises, if we move to second base, was Mr. Espinal. So impressed with him. I had to step into the big shoes of Marcus Semien when he had that all-star year last year with 45 bombs. And Santiago Espinal has been doing fantastic. So good, in fact, you can see there that he is first in all of second basemen, National League, American League, in batting average. And if you compare that to where Marcus Semien was last year, he's actually a few notches higher because he finished the season at 271. Yes, Marcus had the 45 home runs, and Espinal will never have that power, but he is contributing big time. And if you look at his fielding and his defense, right on par with Marcus Semien. So we have nothing to complain about. I know everybody's going to be asking me, well, hey, what's going on with Marcus this year? We know it's not great, and it's still not great. He's batting 9th in all of second baseman right now with a 236 average. His power's way down. This might be the Marcus Semien that we were worried about. And for $175 million, whew, Texas, that might be a big pill to swallow. Shortstop, Mr. Bichette. What's going on there? He is down. Is it because his father's Dante is gone? Maybe. I don't know. He's actually 9th right now for batting average, 258, 305 on base percentage. And that's down significantly from last year when he was above 300 for his batting average to finish off the year at 309, an impressive on-base percentage of 353. So where are those numbers going and what is causing that? Well, we never expected Bo Bichette to be a 320 hitter. So maybe that regression is just a little bit about batters and pitchers. And I mean pitchers actually focusing in on Bo, looking at his weaknesses and getting him to swing again. And that's what Bo's doing, and it's not a great thing. Bo just needs to concentrate on his swing, get a little bit more focused, stop striking out or swinging at those pitches outside the box, and you're going to see that number trickle up from 258. And I do see Bo Bichette being a 275 hitter. The only worry I have with Bo is that we get a little bit farther into the season, the dog days of August, he's still batting around 250, 260. It's going to be limited opportunities and a lot more pressure to get that offensive numbers up. So if there's any player where I'm a little bit worried right now, it may actually be Mr. Bichette. Now, when moving forward, we also have third base. And what's going on there with Mr. Chapman? He's got the lowest batting average in all of third basemen's American and National League. But did we bring Chapman on for his offense? No, we brought him on for his defense. He is one of the best third basemen defensively in all of baseball. That's what really drives his WAR up if you're somebody who really likes those WAR stats. What I think we really need to do is investigate and do an additional vlog to see if Matt Chapman is actually saving the runs. Because if not, he could be a very expensive bench player. Yeah, I said it, bench player for $25 million owed over this season and next season. So, Mr. Chapman, if you can get your numbers up just slightly, that's great. Maybe we'll look at it and see that you're saving us a significant amount of runs, and then maybe we can swallow that 210 batting average. Either way, that's a tough one, and I can see some room for improvement there. Let's look at the outfield. And let's start with Lourdes Gurriel. Wow, he is being consistent this year. There's nothing amazing or special about him, but he's hitting 14th with a 275 batting average, an on-base percentage of 331, right in line where he was last year. Last year he finished 12th, 276. So you can see the similarities. The nice thing about Gurriel is he is being consistent. He's being the same player from last year into this year. No regression there. Actually looks like he's going to grow a little bit. And one of the nice things about Lourdes that he doesn't get a lot of recognition for is his ability to play all over the plate. And I think with Santiago Espinal playing as well as he has and Lourdes being as consistent, it's really going to leave Kevin Biggio as the odd man out. If you think so, let me know in the comments below. Continuing on with the outfield, we got George Springer. Hopefully he's not hurt. He was off for a day when I was filming this vlog right now. Hopefully it's just some mild elbow discomfort because we need George Springer back to the way George Springer was with the Astros. Right now he's 21st in average at 260 with a 333 on-base percentage. And this is a bit concerning because everybody always said, well, Springer brings the power. But if you have a leadoff hitter, it's not necessarily as much about the power. It's about getting on base. It's about that batting average. It's about getting players on first, second. So when you have Bo Bichette, Valddy, and Teoscar, the people with the power coming up to the plate, they can cash in those runs. And if Springer isn't getting that done, we have to make it a focus that he gets it done. Maybe it's age, maybe it's just his first season with the Jays, and maybe I'm just being a little bit too critical. Let me know if I am in the comments below. But I do believe the best of George Springer is yet to come. I see the potential there. I see the leadership there. So let's keep our fingers crossed that he gets there. Now, in the outfield, the biggest concern right now is Teoscar. Now, this could have a lot to do, and I'll stress this, that he was injured at the beginning of the season, so he is still behind all the other players and maybe doing a bit of catch-up. But right now, he's 29th in batting average, 247th. His on-base percentage just went above 300 at 303. And if you compare that to last year, he was 5th for batting average and on-base percentage in all outfielders in all of baseball when he had 296, 346, and still power. So we need Teo to get back there. We need him to get over that injury. And if he can, that is going to be a good thing and a significant thing for the Blue Jays going down the road. Now, you might be saying, hey, you forgot a player there. And yes, I did that on purpose because I did not mention Alejandro Kirk. And the reason why I did not mention the catcher position is how amazing he has done. Not only just with his numbers. He's leading all-star voting, and sadly, he might be one of the players who gets traded out this year. If you think that's going to happen, talk about it in the comments. It's coming up in a vlog, but he is hitting an impressive 304 average, 7 home runs, everything you want in a young catcher, and we still got Gabriel Moreno too. So this is a great thing for the Jays. But Alejandro Kirk, can't believe it. We got to give him an A+. So let's look at the Jays here. An interesting thing, as I close up this vlog, is they're actually down 1 run from last season in their offense numbers. But they're actually up 1.2 runs, or down 1.2 runs scored against them with their rotation. So it's sort of leveling off. What we need to be concerned about moving forward in the season is that if the offense numbers grow, but the pitching numbers decline, we're going to be still stale. And there's nothing to complain about at our record right now. This is a record that's going to get us into the playoffs. But if we want to go deep into the playoffs, we need to raise that batting average up while still protecting our pitchers. And I think that's something that's going to be addressed at the trade deadline. So, to summarize, is there anything to worry about with the Jays lineup? No. The players are going to grow. The numbers are going to go up there. Really, the 2 players that we have to keep our eyes on and make sure there isn't any additional regression, bichette and teoscar. Let's hope that they prove me wrong, that they get hot in July, and we revisit this vlog in August, and I can say, wow, look at Teo, look at Bo, look at Vlad, look at Springer. Fingers crossed, because that's what we need to get deep into the playoffs. Let me know what you think. I know it was a bit of a longer vlog, but we had to talk about this lineup, had to break it down, get you guys some juicy stats. Coming up in the next one, we're going to talk about the rotation. It's going to be a little bit quicker, shorter and sweet, back to our 5-6 minutes like we usually do. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do so. Really appreciate your support. That's how I'm going to grow. And as always, stay safe, everybody. Take care. Talk soon.